In U.S. politics, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has always been at the top. However, he is not well received by the public. For example, the New York Times once said that Pompeo is the worst Secretary of State in the history of the United States, and his reputation is extremely bad. According to media reports, recently NATO foreign ministers in video conference, America's top diplomat for the role of Mr. Peng and allied again fierce quarrel. Peng admire Mr. in the video conference, did not focus on NATO's reform program, but violent attack as a NATO member Turkey. This leads to NATO's plan to reform also collapsed, and the relations between the United States and its allies cracks is further amplified. In fact, Pompeo's seven-nation tour has been awkward since France. This is not just because Pompeo is losing his job, but because the US has had a difficult relationship with its allies since Trump took office. But Pompeo, the so-called diplomat, has done nothing but fan the flames of foreign policy. As the epidemic in the United States intensified, Pompeo tried scapegoating and diverting attention, and he targeted both China and the World Health Organization. When the epidemic broke out, he ignored WHO's formal naming of virus, Wuhan virus, and repeatedly used the stigma of Wuhan virus. He also referred to China and WHO as dumping the virus, that the US had failed to tackle the epidemic, totally ignoring the accepted facts of the international community, and going further and further down this wrong road. At present, the COVID-19 epidemic in the United States cannot be effectively contained. Instead of taking responsibility to care for the lives of his own people, Secretary of State Pompeo fantasized about dropping the blame for the epidemic, which would not only humiliate him, but also bring shame to the international image and national credibility of the United States.